Hey, and welcome. Today we're going to talk more on string methods that maybe you may find in our day to day life. So, we're going to talk more about string methods. So, welcome. Welcome to our part 6 C++ tutorial. Be ready to learn. And yeah, so let's get started by declaring. Let's declare a variable. Perhaps let's declare a variable. So string, because we are talking more, we're going to talk more about strings. So standard string, and our variable name will be name. So we're going to enter a name actually, which is a string. And so we will also like to display the name. So standard. Now we will like to prompt the user to enter his or her name, and then we're going to also display it. So let's do that. Let's try to prompt the user to enter his or her name. So let's ask the user what his or her name is. So what is your name? And so because we want the user to enter the perhaps sh- he or she might have two or more separate names, and so entering the full name will need some spaces, and so we have to use the getLine function. And so let's do that. So let's introduce the getLine function. So standard, getLine. This will be a good practice for us. So let's do it. Mm, and try to get used to doing this. And we will also like to tell the user to make a certain length for the names. Maybe perhaps just make an, let's say, a dimension. So um we can do this by using um the length function, and so we can use it under the if statement, or yeah, let's do it inside the if function, the if statement, I mean. Um, okay. Yeah, you can see that you don't worry about that. So, okay, let's say 14. Over 14 characters, and that will still be okay. And and let's again, we're going to um so let's be precise to the user by prompting a message. So so this is just a message for the user. So I need to enter characters that are exiting the dimension, which is 14. Um, so and if the user enters the right dimension of characters and the right name, so the else statement will be printed, which is this one. Let's enter the else statement. So if the user enters a name that is within the dimension, which is 14 characters, then this message is going to be displayed, which is hello and the name of the user. And so let's try to do this. Let's run our program. So we're talking much about string methods. So what is your name? What is your name? So you're going to enter your name. I'm going to enter my two names because we used the we actually used the getLine function, which is going to allow us to enter two or more than two names, as long as it's the name is inside or within the dimension, which is 14 characters. So I can enter my name, which is um, yeah. So hello Yator Mercy. This is the message is being displayed because I entered the characters that are within the dimension. Otherwise, if I could have entered the characters that are above the dimension, which is 14 characters, maybe the first message could have been displayed here, which is this one. Yeah. So let's do a trial using the name that exceeds the 14 characters. So I can say, let me try entering this. So the name can't exceed 14 characters. You can see that our message is being displayed. This is because we've exceeded the dimension, which is 14 characters. And yeah, that's how we do that. So let's also use the empty method. Let's try this. That was the length method within using a string. And we can also do some practice or a demo using the empty. So using this, you have to start with a string. Perhaps our string is name and um, empty. So we're going to use again if statement. So if the name, so if the name is empty or if the user didn't enter the name, this message will be displayed. So standard. So the user will be, you have not entered a name. So this is the message that the user will get if he or she enters no characters. Doesn't If the user did not never entered any character, so this message will be displayed. Else, if the user enters a name, then this other message will be displayed. Else, the else statement, still hello, what the standard hello, and the name of the user, which he or she will have entered. So let's run. So what is your name? My name is Yatormasi. Okay, let me enter without entering any name. So yeah, hello. You've not entered a name. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ah, no, there is something we are doing wrong. Let me see. So hello. So let me try to run again. Execute, compile and run. So let me enter without going any name. So hello, you have not entered a name. You can see that the message is a negative one. I've not really entered a name, and that's why this message is being displayed. But what if I enter a name? So execute, compile, and run, and let's try with a name. So let me enter my name. So hello, Yatormasi. Hello, Yatormasi. Hello, Yatormasi. I don't know why is this happening. What have I done? All right, I didn't get. Ah, okay. Hmm. I can see that we didn't. It's still displaying these other messages, so we could have used the comments. Okay, let me do this again. So no, let me close this one inside a comment. Mm-mm. Yeah, so we had. All right, so let's try run it again. We had done something wrong there. We skipped some methods or okay. Let's see. So let me enter without going a name. So you have not entered a name. And what if I go and do it while have entered my name? So it's all mercy. Enter. Hello, at all mercy. Yeah, this is it, guys. This is what we've learned. So when using the empty, we can using strings. We can use this function, the length and the empty function. So for this, we just testing whether the user has entered an input or not. Okay, and so let's proceed. So let's go use another function. This is clear. So clear function name dot clear. Yeah. So let's try using the clear function. Alright, so let's execute, compile and run. So enter your name. Let me enter my name. So hello. The clear message, it clears the name. You can see that we've entered a name, but the message being displayed is just hello. There is no, my string is not being displayed, which is the name. My name is not being displayed. Just as the word goes clear, this means that it's going to clear what you are going to enter. Your name will be cleared or whatever. So let's try the append statement, which is appending is adding something. Yeah, like that's what appending. So using the append, this is adding a message inside the message that you're going to enter. All right, so let's add a message. Perhaps I want to create to use my name to create a Gmail, an email, Gmail. All right. Yahoo, yahoo.com. So this looks like my username, isn't it? All right. So if I enter my name and run, then we are expecting my name to come just before this message here, which means it's going to create a username or a Gmail username. Yeah. So let's go. Let's run this and see what comes out. So let me run. It will look like a username, isn't it? So all right. See. So yeah, Taurus. Mercy. Oh, so hello, yeah, Mercy. You can see that. Yeah, actually, no problem though. I've used uppercase and lowercase. No problem. But you can see that hello, yeah, Mercy at yahoo.com. You can using the append. We means that we append a message. We add a message that was not initially there. We are adding this message here. So let's move on to another method or get rid of this. So this means that when I enter my name, the old name is not going to be displayed, but the character at index 0 or any index that you're going to just enter. Maybe you can enter index 0, index 1, or whatever, but only one character is going to be displayed. So we are expecting Y to be displayed, which is the first character. Yeah, so let's run and see. So while I enter my name, it so you can see that Y is being displayed. This is the character that I just. This is the first character at index 0, and so that's the use of the at this method. And we can also insert a character inside your name or yeah. So for doing this, we can use the insert. So you're going to do this way. You're going to start with the index that you want the character to be added. Perhaps I want the character to be placed at index 0, so I'm going to specify the index, and then I'm going to enter what is being I want to be displayed in that place. For instance, I can add a dollar sign. No, a dollar sign release. Alright. Mm, Perhaps at this one it makes sense. Alright. Yeah. And then we're good to display it. And then we can display what our name standard. And so we want it to be displayed at its index 0, which is the first character. Mm, so enter my name is editor. So the sign is being displayed at the 0 index, which is the first character. You can change this, you can play with it, you can place the character in index 0, 1, 2, or any that you want. And you can also find something inside your character. So while finding, we are going to use um, the command find, the find command. So we're going to start with our character, which is the name, and we're going to find whether there is a space. Mm, how this place is being noisy. So we are going to, by using this command and this practice, we're going to find out a space within our character, which we are expecting it to be. Perhaps in between the two names there is a space, or yeah, we can enter to see that. Mm, so they say the free space is between is at index 5. Let's count it. Yeah, that's the index just before the space, and that's how it works. So if you want to also erase something, you can use the erase function, which is you're going to do it this way. I hope you're realizing that it's whatever it works, it just sounds like it relates with the name. So when you talk about erasing, it is taking off something, which is exactly what it works, how it works. So you're going to enter the index, the start of the index and the end, where you want the erasing to be done. So perhaps I want it to be erased to index 5, index 4, index 4, index 4. I want my first name to be erased. So, and then my name to be displayed after erasing those others. So whenever I enter my name, mm, we are expecting my first name to be erased. So you can see that the first characters till index 4 has been erased. I could have said index 5. You can see that it's R. Mercy. I could have done it this 5. So these are some of the string methods that we can use. You can erase, you can do all these activities, making the C++ a good, or actually a friendly language. That's why. So because you can erase, you can do all this, you can add, you can extract and even design username just using C++ code. And this is so amazing, isn't it? So yeah, this is it. This is how we do it. So this is what we have learned. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you're learning something and you getting it. So if you please are here, I'd love to see your comments and perhaps don't move without subscribing. You hit that subscription button so that you may not miss the coming parts. So, yeah, welcome and thank you. See you.